nice and bright. Where should we go? Oh no. Happy New Year. It's New Year's today, January 1st, 2008. No, it's 2019. 2018 is just a thing of the past. One of my resolutions for this new year is to get better at things I'm not good at. It's kind of a catch-all because I'm not good at a lot of things. But one thing I really want to work on is this vlogging thing. So today you get vlog number 1 for 2019. I guess, what do we call that? Season 2019? Season 2? Season 1? The pilot was pretty much a bust. We'll call it Season 1. Alright, so part of doing this vlog is just coming out, maybe having some coffee with you folks, and just trying to do something every day. Maybe we'll do once a week. Let's see how it goes. Once a week will turn into once a never. Should we start? I think we should. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. So I know a lot of people have been talking about the M50 lately. This is the hot sort of budget vlogging camera of the year, and the M50 is actually a camera I got also, and that's what I'm recording this part of the video on. We've seen a lot of videos about why the M50 is so cool. It's got that flip out screen. You've seen tons of videos on it. There is one thing that sort of set this camera apart for me. I was gonna get sort of like an older Canon 3i. It didn't have a flip out screen or anything, but it was a nice digital camera in my price point because I'm super cheap. So what turned me on to the M50 was the fact that it was gonna be pretty versatile for some equipment that I already have. And that equipment is like 40 years old. It's like 50 years old, and it's some old glass that I already have on my dad's old Canon EF. So we had this 50mm lens already. This thing is super old. It's just a straight manual. It's just only glass, of course, and it is a beautiful piece of equipment. Now I know the M50s right now, you can get a 50mm lens for the M50 for who knows what. I mean, it's money. It's probably $100, $80. You can get a knockoff version of it. I already had one, so it doesn't have that autofocus on it, but it's a nice prime lens, and I did not have to spend any extra money for it. Now this 28mm, I already bought this when I was in college in the 90s. I took a photography class, and I wanted something, you know, a little bit wider, so I went ahead and bought this 28mm, and I gotta tell you, I love these. I mean, I do love the kit lens that came with this camera, the 15 to 45mm kit lens, and that's great. It's got the autofocus, it's got everything I need, image stabilization, but when it comes down to spending that extra cash, I mean, I already had all this stuff. So all I needed to do was make a $10 purchase, $12 purchase, and it was to get this adapter. And this adapter was the thing that allowed me to take the lenses off this old camera and hook it on to the M series camera that I just bought. Word of caution, and it's a little confusing because this is something that confused me when I got that Canon 3i. And this camera is called the Canon EF, and it's a super old camera. The Canon 3i and those I series, they will take EF lenses. However, now this was the piece I didn't know. This Canon EF camera does not take a Canon EF lens. So if you look right in the lens there, it is a Canon FD lens. These take Canon FD lenses, not your Canon EF. Super confusing. Tell me about it. I actually bought that Canon 3i on eBay and I had to cancel my order. I was freaking out. I was like, wait a minute. It's not going to accept these lenses. It's called an EF. So I canceled that, pulled the trigger on this M50. Love the thing. Love the thing for all the right reasons. Now, there's no autofocus, obviously. You have to set the focus. But I got to tell you, it is a beautiful, beautiful picture. And for taking actual photos and taking pictures, like, you have time to set all that stuff up. Filmmaking, you have to really think about the focus. You have to think ahead a little bit. Some things are going to be blurry. My son's like, it's all blurry. But yeah, I want it blurry. If you want to just stick around for about 30 or 40 seconds, I've got a short little video that I made using only these old school lenses, these FD lenses. The depth of field on this 50mm lens is pretty sweet. I mean, it has a 1.8 aperture on this. I mean, that lets so much light in. I think I'm going to switch it out right now and we can see what that looks like. Alright, so here's my Canon M50 using the 50mm FD Canon lens. It's got that adapter on it, and this thing looks pretty sweet. It doesn't have any autofocus, you know, there's no image stabilization. So you have to pretty much set the focus, forget about it, not move around too much. If I move back, I'm out of focus. If I move forward, I'm out of focus. So you just gotta set it, and you know, from here to there, I'm like 4 feet away. So this 50mm, it's a different kind of photography. You really have to think about what you're doing, set your scene, and focus. But I mean, come on, it looks beautiful. Alright, so here I am with the 28mm FD lens, and as you can see, it's looking pretty good. Nice quality, a little more depth of field. It's getting pretty late right now, so I'm kind of talking in quiet, hushed tones. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this. We'll see you next time.